Ladies and gentlemen, this is the last big push before the great slowdown of the holidays for crowdfunding happens. Hello and welcome to Assorted Meeples. I'm Phillip the Meeple on duty, and today we are talking crowdfunding. And all of these actually are all on Kickstarter, so no jumping around between platforms today. It is a really solid week. Some of these just launched yesterday because I'm recording on Tuesday and releasing on Wednesday. And some of these have been out for about a week or so. Let's dive right on in and talk about what we have in store. First one up is a print and play Tide and Tangle. This is a game about otters playing in the ocean with origami otters. It's a little box that you're using. This looks like an interesting concept for a game. You are otters in the ocean. You can either work together or gather your resources, and each different action is going to be giving you something. The other fun thing is you can link up, raft with friends, and then move together and get better points. This is it looks like the second game created from this player, and I think it looks really good. You are getting quite a bit of game. Hold on, let's see. The base game, you're getting 4 unique player boards. You're getting the otter pawns or replacements, ocean board, the wave tiles. You're getting a lot of stuff. You need some dice, but otherwise, you're getting a lot of stuff in this game. For the print is going to come in at about $8. And then for $13, you can pick up a collector's book, which features some of the art in progress. And I love me a good art book. This one is very interesting. Also, you get it looks like your first game, Tiny Mint Golf. I know nothing about that, but if if print and plays are something you like, here is one available. I do not know if I would pick this one up. I have a ton of them anyways, but this is here if this is something you're interested in and want to pick it up. It looks like a very solid game. Next up, we have from AllPlay for another set of 4 small box games in their little squares. I know very little of these. This is Runes, Oddlands, Vegas Strip, and Money. Money is a Reinhard Knizia pledge or reskin, and Ruins actually sounds really fun. Now, sliding down here, we're going to talk really quick, but I did not, part of me knows that their collection of games is getting this big, but every time I see it or think about it, I'm like, holy cow, they've got a lot of games, especially in the small box collection, like GPS, Mountain Goats, Sequoia, Dandelions, Sail. We have Root. We haven't tried it yet. Braden bought it. Big Top looks really good as well. Callahan picked that one up. I am excited to see what these actually bring to the table. Runes looks fun because they're using transparent cards on top of your cards as you explore and get deeper into them. So the more points you get. It looks really interesting. Oddlands, you are scientists out documenting flora and fauna in a strange, previously undiscovered island. Explore overlapping tiles and score based on the wildlife's unique scoring conditions. Vegas Strip, you know there's a corrupt casino out there somewhere, and you're banking big that you'll find it. Currency, Money is a currency converting Knizia cult classic. That is a hard one to say, and I managed to get it the first time. Bid to exchange currencies with the market or your opponent's bids. You have to collect sets, make big trades, and react to a constantly changing economy to win big. All 4 of these are really good looking for, that's a retailer pledge. Runes is $20. You can get each set for $20 each. You can get all 4 in-game bundle with the expansion stuff, component upgrades and stuff like that for $76, which is probably your best deal. And then there's the small game complete collection for $500. They got all the how to play. Yeah, there's deluxe upgrades. They don't have a add-ons box. So if you want to pick these up off to the side, I'm betting it's like $10 for each of them. Sweetlands is a game that really caught my attention with its color choices. This muted pastels, but gorgeously chosen colors really make this game feel something wonderful to me. It's a heavy strategic Euro to rule the kingdom of sweets. There is a solo, easy to learn, and it comes with amazing components all the way through. We're going to skip right down here to the overview. Country of confectionery Sweetlands. A grand exclamation is about to be held to determine the next king. 14 captain characters have risen to the occasion, each possessing unique abilities. Standard victory points. You want to earn city points for expanding your city and industrial points for advancing your industrial technology. There are a bunch of different ways to get points in this game. And just look at those components. So you can watch a couple videos if you want on how to play the game. You are going to choose your character. You're going to be developing your lands in your city. You're going to be creating an industry that puts out income. You're going to have citizens cards you can play to mess that up. You're going to be establishing your food supply to keep making stuff and bring in these cookie rabbits. And the person with the most points wins the game. You can check out the rule books right here. These guys are smashing through rule books. This creator is the one of Ostia, Pirates expansion. Like, he has some really good games under his belt. So this is not one I'd worry about being a jump off. This is going to be absolutely fantastic. The pledge levels you're looking at for a standard, $88. For a deluxe, you're getting just better components, some better components in there for $122, and a carrier to hold the technologies and all that in place in the box. If this is a game that really speaks to you, this is a good one to get. I see this one coming to retail at some point, but right now this is a looks because I don't know if I need another heavy game on my shelf to mock me as I can't play it. Root, the Homeland expansion. This is a game that I find really interesting, and the original box, the Meeples, broke because we break games because we figure out systems really fast. And once we figure out systems, it either enhances the gameplay or we're done with the game. And Root, unfortunately, was one of those where we figured out how to break. This is back edition 1, how to break the original Woodland Alliance, the green team, the mice. And then from that point on, playing them was no fun. So I know as this game has progressed, later games has balanced and rebalanced and all that stuff as they have gone along. This adds in a couple new factions as well as a couple new boards and some more Vagrant variants, I do believe. I really like what this is doing. You are getting a bunch of different things on here for, like, you get the bat and frog hirelings as well as a neutral farmer. Like, you can get a bunch of different things on here to add into the marauders or the hirelings packs and things like that. So you're getting, this is expanding it out quite a bit. And if you want to get everything, it's a $250 pledge, but you don't have to. Depends on what you have. 2 Clockwork expansions are not included above all gameplay because out of print. Yep. So you don't get the Automa, which I kind of want that if I was going to go in on this. I'm not, because I don't have the money to jump into this. And knowing that most games of this, like if me and Heather tried it and she liked it, it would be being played at 2 players. And that, even with the hireling packs, it still creates a bit of a lopsided. This game is meant to be played at 4 players. So you have the $50 expansion. You have the $150 build your own bundle. You have the Root All-In gameplay for $250. Those are your pledge levels. And this one is doing just fine and dandy at the basically $1.5 million line. This is a game I wish I could play more. Actually, we have a digital copy. We should try that out and see if we can't make that happen. Next up, we have Dice Throne Outcasts, along with the Dice Throne Adventures Unchained, which is the Outcasts is right now 4 different characters. I don't know if they're going to add to it, but I hope they do, so the box sizes are all the same. I like uniformity, and I don't want to rebuy everything down the road. If they can fill it out to 8, that would be fantastic. The Adventures Unchained, this is going to create a Marvel Missions-esque way to play Dice Throne Adventures that will hopefully make for a great time. You're getting a bunch more maps, and you're getting different things out of there, rather than it looks like, unlike you building out the map where you got to move from 1 to 1 to 1, this is a much more streamlined system that they figured out for missions. I think this is a fun one. I think this is a great way to do it, rather than setting it out on the board and having it broken up pretty easily as you move around and flip things. This is one that I am watching really closely. I'm in for $5 right now, but that will probably get moved up. I just have to kind of see where things wind up. We have another 2-sided character here. We have the Pale Lady, with the flip side being the werewolf. This is probably going to be one of those very similar to the Cursed Pirate, where it's on and popping no matter what, and it's a race to murder as you just trickle down to nothing anyways. Or this could just be a flip back and forth from a weaker side to a more powerful side. And as a player, you're going to be trying to stay on the more powerful werewolf side, while your opponents are trying to clear out that moon phase, so you have to be the Pale Lady. Ravenous looks really fun. Headless Horseman and the Necromancer. These are all going to be great. They have their own unique dice coming in with the new heroes at $50. The gameplay bundle at $75, which is the adventures, and the adventures as well. The DTA bundle is the Unchained Adventures, as well as the Dice Throne Adventure game. All the new things for $120, and get in there and spend just about $600, probably $600 with the shipping costs. Dice Throne is a game I really love. I just put out a video on a solo deck that I created so I could play it more, because sitting down with Heather and playing a bunch of games isn't a thing. So if I can create a solo that feels like Dice Throne, it seemed like a good deal to me. This game is honestly worth diving into. At $50 for 4 characters, if you don't have any Dice Throne, this is a great place to add in. You're going to get probably some of the more unique experience out of these characters than any of the other boxes, I think, because this is where he's pushing just a little bit of what he can do with all the character set. Last but not least, we have Tend. by Ivy Studios. This is one where we have a prototype box, and I loved every bit of this game. I was shocked a bit by how much of a brain burner is, but once you really dig in, now that's going to take a few games. Once you really dig in, it is absolutely fantastic. Now, Ivy Studios is known for producing good games with high quality components at a level above, with some graphic design that is second to none. So again, here there is no letdown on that front at all. This game is gorgeous in the color choices and how everything lays out in front of you. You are a scientist farmer in space sent to a planet to send back research specimens as you go. Tend is a verb and write. It's mainly a flip and write, but you're not just flip and writing. Each functions, like the crops, are based on dice on your farm fields. The mining and the chopping actions are scratch offs. The fishing, you're rolling 2 dice and going off of a grid, and you have more. You're writing in the resources you get, and you're either filling in badges or resources on your farm and or cargo manifests for endgame points. This is, there's just a ton of stuff on here. They had 70, that's me. Hey, look, I'm here. A cozy brain burner. Yeah, it really is. By the end of the game, while you may not feel like you accomplished everything that you wanted to in that game, the end round, you're like, okay, I have this many actions left. I need to maximize to get to this point to hopefully do as much as I can. And it's still just a really great push and pull. Now, the prototype I have, they printed 70 copies, and then I don't know how soon after, they were getting a lot of feedback, and they have upgraded, and I have all the upgraded parts because on Thursday night at 7 p.m. we are going live, and we're going to do a live playthrough of Tend. So that is Thursday the 31st. Instead of a spooky game, we are playing Tend. I can't say enough about this one. I got it out the box and I was playing it to learn it, and then I just kept playing it, even though I needed to get it picked up and set aside so I could get more games on the table to get out, because I made some promises at Gen Con that I need to fulfill, and it's getting a little long for me to feel good about that. So that was all the games that are currently over on Kickstarter. I don't know of any on GameFound or Backer Kit that are going on right now that really drew my attention. I do know Super Fantasy Brawl Reborn is coming there, but I don't know anything about when that comes live, and that's a pre-order, not a campaign. There's a little bit of a difference there. I don't know 100% what that difference is. These games are all solid looking games. This is a matter of how do you want to spend your money, if you want to spend it at all. Or you can just keep playing the games you have and enjoy those and wait for these to hit retail, where you have more information to make about it as more and more people get their hands and leave reviews. Thank you guys very much for watching. I'm terrible at landing this plane, and we will see you next time. All right. Bye.